Yes, good evening to all. Welcome back to the day two for the free demo session from the Logic Labs Technology. And myself, Sai Guda, I'm going to be your trainer for the next couple of weeks on the AWS Solution Architect Associate level and the DevOps training, right? So if you want to know more about the course that which we are dealing with the weekend batches, which is mostly on Saturdays and Sundays. Yesterday we had our first demo. If you are not, if you don't know about this, please kindly go to the YouTube channel on the Logic Lab Technology. You can find the AWS Devops batch number 155, right? So, and this is the second day of the free demo where we're going to teach you in the free of cost, right? And if you want to know the more about the course content, you can scan this QR code. So you can come to know what the things we're going to do in the upcoming sessions. And if you like this session and if you want to be participant of this session, please scan the below QR code for the registration process. And if you have any general queries, for any general information, please approach the Logic Labs Technology using the email. You can approach this support@logiclabstech.com, and you can have a call as well using the particular numbers, right? And coming to weekend batches, we are only dealing on the Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays, 2 hours, and the Sundays, 2 hours. So overall, it is like weekly 4 hours. So that in intention of your free time, so that you can have the live sessions. Okay, you can sit for the live sessions, which is 2 hours, starts from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., right? And also, we are providing the lifetime recording classes who are the members of this session, right? So this is the things. I hope it's clear to everyone, and I think it's time to move into the session without delay. So before moving to the actual session, and I hope everyone is doing well and good, all right? And thanks for your patience and your initiative to be in this session, right? I'm thankful to you all for your patience and for your support. Even though it is Sunday, you take an initiative to be with me for the next 2 hours. Definitely, I'm sure that it's going to be an interesting and interactive session for the next 2 hours. So agenda, let me tell what we're going to do in this today's session. So today just will take 10 minutes to revamp the yesterday's class. Okay, we'll see what is SDLC just briefly and waterfall. Not SDLC because already we discussed a lot of things yesterday. So SDLC, in the SDLC, we'll see what is waterfall method. Okay. And it is the first method, waterfall method. And after that, we'll see the agile method. And what is the drawbacks? Okay. What are the drawbacks using the SDLC methods of waterfall and the agile? Okay. So first we are using the waterfall method. And what is the drawbacks? So then why the agile method came into the picture? And what is the drawbacks? We can see from the agile method of SDLC. And what are the drawbacks? Then how the DevOps culture came into the picture. Okay. So we'll see the DevOps culture. Inside the DevOps culture, what is DevOps and what is DevOps engineer? What the DevOps engineer is doing? How he is helping the project. Okay. How he is helping the project to build and deployment and to submit the project in the most efficient way to the client. That is the ultimate purpose of the DevOps engineer. Okay. We're going to see in the next 15 minutes, using the proper slides. Okay. With the proper PPT as well. And after that, we'll see the infrastructure level. Okay. Then we'll see the DevOps engineer and what are the tools used by the DevOps engineer. So he's the DevOps engineer, the role playing by the DevOps engineer in the many MNCs companies. We'll see that and what are the tools using by the DevOps engineer. Okay, we'll see the automation tools as well. What are the DevOps engineers are using, and we'll see just brief. Okay, we'll see just overview of that. Okay, we're not going to jump into the completely into the DevOps for a time being because we have to first learn about the infrastructure level, the cloud computing AWS. So after that, what we'll see, we'll go to the cloud computing as well. Yesterday already we discussed, so we are not stretching on that, and we'll see the virtualization already we done little bit is pending. We'll clear the cloud computing virtualization concept. And the cloud computing, what are the different types of services provided by the cloud computing, like deployment models and the service types. Deployment models, you can go for the public, private, hybrid, and community. In the service type, we have the as, okay, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. We'll see, okay, we'll just take 5 minutes for each topic. We'll clear the things. Then we'll move into the actual picture of the AWS, Amazon Web Service. Why we are moving? Because to develop any project, it is a three-tier form. Okay, three-tier architecture we have seen, right? Like a user, front-end, back-end, and the data type. Okay, so to develop the project, definitely we need the infrastructure. So instead of purchasing the infrastructure, we are taking the rent through the internet, right? From the cloud computing provider. So we deal with the AWS. So going to the AWS, we'll see the infrastructure. Okay, we'll see the infrastructure of the AWS. Globally, how the AWS infrastructure is located, situated, like regions, availability zones, data centers, and why the availability zones are so far, why they are not near, why they chosen more than one availability zone. Let's say in the Mumbai as a region from the AWS, it has a three availability zones: availability AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Why three availability zones? Are the AWS are mad to invest a lot of money in the data center? No, right? They have their own strategy. So what is the strategy? What is the behind? What is the strategy? Why they're using the multiple data centers? Okay, why they construct multiple data centers in the Mumbai itself? That too very far. So what is the reason? So that is a fault tolerance and high availability. So we're going to see such a technical terms. What is a fault tolerance? Okay, what is a high availability and low latency? Okay, so that is the things we are dealing with the things. Okay, so that is the reason why the AWS is in the top comparing to other cloud computing service provider like GCP, Google Cloud Platform, or the Microsoft Azure, or IBM, Oracle, etc. So after that, we will see how to create a free tier account. Okay, then we understood that, okay, we're going to deal with the AWS and we're going to use the resources from the AWS to start any project, right? For the compute, to start any project, we need the compute, basic, and the networking, storage, and the databases. So for that, we are reaching the cloud computing service providers like Amazon with us. So how to use, how to get into the AWS. So for that, we have to create an account. Okay, I will show you how to create an account in the AWS. So that is called AWS console login. So we will log in, we'll create an account. It is a 10 step. We'll follow the 10 steps and we'll create the AWS account login. Okay, and then we'll start using the resources from the AWS console login. Okay, so that is the agenda. Once we started using the AWS console, we going to learn the multiple services because AWS is providing more than 200 plus services to the users through the internet. Okay, in the different domains like compute, storage. Okay, databases, even the 3D, even the robotics, even the artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. For data analytics, there are the multiple tools provided by the AWS, right? So, but we're going to see the core services in the compute, storage, networking, and the database, and we're going to deal with the core services, right? And the security purpose, we're going to deal with the core services. Once we get an overview, once we get an understanding of the AWS tool in the proper way, how to use the resources, okay, then we will see the DevOps tools. Then we will enter into the DevOps tools. Okay, then we'll start learning on the DevOps tools as well slowly. But first, you being the master in the one of the cloud computing like AWS, first you become the master, then the DevOps will become so easy. Okay, you can easily work on the DevOps tools as well. I hope the agenda is clear to everyone. So please do a thumbs up so that quickly we'll move into the agenda. All right. If you're okay with this, just do a quick thumbs up. I think everyone is okay for the next 2 hours. Just do a quick thumbs up. Okay. And don't worry. First, we'll deal with the 15 minutes. Okay. After 15 minutes, I'll give 5 minutes break. Then after next 1 hour, again, we'll continue the session. Okay. I'll give 5 minutes break after the next 50 minutes. Right. I hope it's clear to everyone. May I expect any quick thumbs up? A quick response or audio. So is it fine? Shall we move into the content? Guys, is it okay? Are you okay with this? I hope everyone is okay with this, right? Yeah. Feel free, okay? Be be comfortable in the class. Be relaxed. Don't get stressed yourself. Feel free. Yeah, Surya. Yeah, Surya, you want to say something?
Actually, my side, there is, I mean, not unmute myself, so so I raised my hand to mute.
Okay, okay. So you want to move? Okay, fine. So we'll go into the content without delay.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Thank you. Okay, so again, I'm telling. So if you are interested to be participant of this course, if you want to learn the things, please scan the QR codes, required QR codes, and get into the course immediately. Okay, without delay, right? So now you can see the SDLC. Okay, system. Okay, system development life cycle or software development life cycle. So we know what is software development life cycle. Yesterday we have seen. So once again, I'm just revisiting. I'm taking just 5 minutes. Okay. So what is SDLC? Software development life cycle. So it is a process. Generally, it is a process. Okay, of implementing software project, right? For implementing any software project, generally we are following the steps. This is the process we are following from beginning to ending, right? So we call it as, that is why we call it as software development life cycle, right? So which consists of several phases. Here, if you see, it consists of several phases, starting from requirement analysis. Okay, matlab we are gathering the requirement. Okay, we are taking the requirement from the client. Okay, so starting from requirement analysis, then we'll go to the, after gathering the requirements, so we'll do the analysis. Okay, then after we'll go to the system design, matlab it is the designing or planning, background work. Then the implementation come into the picture, right? And the development. So the developers start developing as per the plan. Then after that, testing come into the picture. Then after testing, once if it is okay as per the planning, who done by the testers, quality assurance and quality team, then it goes to the next step of deployment. Then after deployment in the servers, I think you know what is the server and client architecture. Yesterday I have told you what is the server and the client architecture, right? Two-tier architecture. So once the deployment is done in the servers, so that users can access. Okay, users can access through the mobile or through the web browsers. So after that, what the things come? Finally, maintenance will come. So after delivering the project to the client, the company, sometimes the companies also take responsibility for its maintenance, right? Simply delivering the project to client is not enough. And it is also responsible for the company to maintain the application, to maintain the software. Okay, they'll keep on monitoring every time. Okay, they'll take care of the traffic to the application, and also they'll take the feedback from the customers, okay, users. That is what the maintenance. So there are several SDLC methodologies are available, right? These are the several, okay, different types of software development lifecycle methodologies. It is available in the global. Okay, so but we are mainly focusing on the waterfall and the agile methodology. So first we'll deal with the waterfall methodology. What is waterfall methodology? So waterfall is the first methodology that got introduced in the SDLC, right? If you see this waterfall methodology, it is a first and foremost method under SDLC models. Okay, under SDLC models, it is a first and foremost method. Okay, this is the methodology. It got introduced first in the SDLC. So waterfall methods, okay, this waterfall methodology follows a linear approach. So what does it mean, a linear approach? Let me take to the next slide. You can understand. Okay. Yes. So in the waterfall methodology, it is a traditional approach. Okay. Why it is traditional approach? Because I told you it is the first method came into the SDLC. Okay. So and it is also following the linear approach. What do you mean by linear approach? Here in this methodology, it will take step-by-step process. Matlab, see, after completing one step, then only we will go for next step. Okay, again I'm repeating, after completing one step, then only we will go for next step. Okay, see, it means after taking the requirement and analysis, after taking the requirements from the client, okay, after taking the requirements from the client, and after doing the analysis, then only we'll move to the designing stage. Until unless it is clear, we are no way chance to go into the design method. Okay, once the design is okay and the design is get approved from the client, then what is the design consists? Design tells. Okay, in the design, it will mention what is the resources we require, how much infrastructure we require, hardware infrastructure. Okay, how many software developers we require, how many testers we require to finish the task. Okay, how to divide the task into number of tasks. Okay, how to divide the project into number of tasks. Okay, so he will also in the design, it will also estimate the cost. Okay, it will also estimate the cost and the time period to finish the project. So once it get approval, then only it will move to the development field. Okay, now the software developers come into the picture, they will start implementing the code as per the time. Okay, so once if it is done, then only the testing team comes into the picture. So did you notice that until unless the development finish the project, there is no work to the testing team, right? And the maintenance team. Once the development is finished entirely, then only the testing team will come into the picture. They will do testing. Okay. For this also, they need the infrastructure. They need the environment to do the testing, rigorous testing of functionality, code functionality. Once the testing is passed, then only it will move into the maintenance or the deployment type or operational department where they deploy into the servers. Okay. Let's say here the testing team facing some errors, bugs. Okay. The testing team facing some bugs. What will happen? Okay. What will happen? Here again, they will start from the beginning. Okay, they'll start from the beginning. So what does it mean? So in waterfall method, we can't go in backward direction. Okay, only the forward direction, right? In the waterfall method, again the testing, if you find any issues, again you will see the requirements. If the requirements are proper or not, then again he will go with the design, whether the design is proper or not. Then again it will come to the development team. Okay. And again their testing team, again they will take charge, again they will do testing. If it is okay, then again we'll go to the maintenance. Let's say this maintenance people, again they will face any issue. Okay, they'll face any issue, matlab they'll face difficulty to deploy in the servers. Okay, deploy in the servers. Again, what they will do, they won't go to the testing team. Okay, it is not a backward step. Again, they will come from the beginning. Again, they will see the requirement analysis of the client. Again, the design. Again, the development team come into the picture. Again, testing. Again, the maintenance. So it is a drawback. So why the drawbacks here? What is the limitations? What is the drawbacks we are facing? So where it is only the forward direction, just like a waterfall, right? Only the forward direction. So where the requirements and the budget is fixed for the project, yes, because the requirement from the client is fixed, and the budget is also fixed in this methodology. And here, and the client involvement is also very less in the project. Okay, the client involvement is also very less in the project. Okay, the client can see the project only at the end. Okay, the client involvement is very less, first thing, and also he can only see the project only at the end, right? And it is also benefit only for the small scale applications, not recommended for the large scale applications, right? And it also very time taking. Okay, it is also very time taking process. So in order to overcome this, okay, what they done? So as I said, it is a very traditional approach, and it is a step by step manner. So in order to overcome these drawbacks, next we have the agile method. Okay, for a timing, just focus here. The agile method came into the picture, which is another model of the SDLC. Ultimately, what is the agenda of the SDLC? Okay, what is the agenda of the SDLC? So these are the steps we are following, right? These are the steps we are following so that to finish the project, right? To implement the project from beginning to ending in the best manner. Okay, in the efficient manner, using the resources properly, efficiently, and quickly. Okay, in the efficient way, we have to deliver the project as soon as possible in the efficient way. So, right. So, these are SDLs. But we came to know using the waterfall model, it is a time taking, and the client involvement is also very less. Okay, so where the clients are feeling like their clients are not satisfied with these methods. Okay, and it's a very time taking process. Okay, using the lot of resources, very time taking process. So to overcome this drawback, we have the agile method. Okay, just focus on the next method, which is the agile method. So in the agile method, what is doing? Okay, what is doing? Let me put you. So nowadays, if you see nowadays, most of the IT companies are following this agile methodology. For what? To develop and deliver the project. Okay, to develop and deliver the project. Most of the IT companies came with the concept called agile methodology. Okay, which is one of the SDLC concept, SDLC model. So in this agile methodology, requirements are not fixed, and the budget is also not fixed, because in the waterfall method the requirements are fixed. Okay, here in this method the requirements are fixed. Okay, and the budget for the project is also fixed. Correct. But whereas the agile method, it is not fixed. Okay, we have the flexibility. Right. In this agile method also, client can change the requirement at any point of time. Okay, matlab here in this agile method, the client involvement is very much with the developer team. Okay, with the developer team. So here the requirement, okay, the client and the implementation team. Okay, the gap is reduced here. Now they become very good friends while developing the project. Okay, the client can modify the requirements at any point of time, right? And also the budget is also flexible. Okay, so that he can implement properly. Okay, he can take the requirements and properly, and he can do the work as per the client requirements, because the client involvement is very much. Whereas in the waterfall method, we can't see the client involvement much. Okay, so here how it is happening, how the client is associated to the project. Okay, see here in the agile method, project requirements will be divided into multiple releases, right? Project requirement is divided into multiple releases. Okay, let me give one example. Okay, so what happening here, if you see, okay, just focus here itself, just focus here only. Okay, let's say today I am the client and you people are the developers, right? You are the software engineers or software developers. So now today I came with a project. Okay, I need the e-commerce web application. Okay, this is my concept, and I approach your company. Okay, and you take in the requirements and you start developing. So what is the company's, what is the methodology you are following? You are following the agile methodology. That is where I like very much. Okay, if it is waterfall method, definitely I will quit because it is very slow process. Okay, where my involvement is very less. So definitely I will quit. So, but you people are using the agile method. So I like the concept. So I like the methodology you're following. So I want to try with your company. So I given the requirements to you. So after requirements, I given the requirements to you and you started planning and you started implementing the project. Okay, you started developing the project. And what happening? So it is a parallelly, okay, the development testing environment going hand by hand. Okay, the development testing going hand by hand. Let's say the project is divided into 5 models. Okay, the entire project is divided into 5 models. Okay, let's say login page, right? You know the login page, login and account creation, right? Login page. So once the developers have created the login page, immediately the testing will happen parallelly. Okay, once if it is done, you will come to me and you will show it to me. So this is the login page, it is done. So you will ask whether it is okay. Again, you will take the requirements from me. If I need any changes in this login page, okay, you will take the changes as per that, and you will, okay, you will modify in your project implementation, right? Is it clear to everyone? Okay, such kind of method, okay, is called as sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning. It's kind of prototype. Have you ever heard the term prototypes? Okay, prototypes. So what are the 5 models we have to prepare to in order to finish the task, in order to finish the project? So for every task, they will come, the developers and the testing team will come with the prototypes. Okay, we call it as sprints here. Okay, so that it is a call of sprint planning. Okay, so in agile methodology, the project requirements will be divided into multiple releases or multiple prototypes. We call it as sprints. So it is a sprint planning. Okay, so which will identify the priority requirements to deliver. Okay, so in the prototype, it has a fixed set of requirements which has to be finalized for delivery within a timeline. So once the client is okay, immediately we'll move into the operational team to deploy into the servers, right? So that is the best method. So the agile method, in order to have a conclusion, what is agile method? So it is reducing the gap between the client and the developer team, right? It is reducing the gap between the client and the developer team. So that is the beauty of the agile method. But still, the problem exists. Okay, still the problem exists. Okay, we know using the agile method, we have the prototypes called sprints. Okay, sprints define the exact project requirements in the task and the timeline duration. Then the client is okay with that. We'll move into the operational team. So now, still the problem exists. So what is the issue? Okay, and what is the issue? How the DevOps going to bridge the gap? How the DevOps going to become a solution for this problem? Now the developer team and the testing team, once they're done with the task, okay, finally where it should go as per the SDLC, it has to go to the deployment team or the operational team, right? Once it is goes to the deployment team or the operational team, okay, where they are responsible for the production environment. We call it as prod environment, right? Already we have discussed yesterday what are the different types of environments. Once if it is enter into the prod environment where the users can access, right? Where the users like you and me, okay, because it is an e-commerce application website, and it is ready to access by the users across the global, right? Let's say this operational team is facing difficulty. This operational team facing some issue to deploy the application developed by the developing team and tested by the testing team in the servers. Okay, they are unable to deploy in the servers. They're facing some error. Okay, they're facing some error because this is completely different environment that we call it as developers team, software developers, team of software developers. Okay, and this is the operational team for the operational purpose. Who are responsible to maintain the project, to deploy the project, and to reach the project to the public and to the clients, right? They are the responsible to make the project available, to make the software applications available to the client and the public, okay, to the users, end users, okay. But if the operation team, okay, facing some errors, okay, because it is a separate department, okay. So what they'll do, they will blame the developers team. Okay, they will start blaming the developers team. See, the developers are not done the coding properly. They're not fix the code, they're not fix the bugs properly. Or the testing team not done the testing as per the requirements. They started blaming the developers team. And the developers team, what they'll do? Again, they will blame the operational team. They are the not properly deploying into the servers. Okay, they are unable to understand the project details. So in order to reduce the gap, so in this way, the project is getting delayed. All right. The project is ultimately the project is getting delayed. Okay. Till here, the agile method is okay. Somewhat it is bridging the gap. Okay. Agile address the gap between the clients and the developers. Fine. Now the client is satisfied because his involvement is very much. But still, there is a gap between the developer team and the operational team where the project is getting delayed. All right. So in order to rectify this gap, in order to bridge this gap, the DevOps culture came into the picture in the SDLC model. Okay. So DevOps is an evolution from agile model only. Okay. It is an evolution from the agile model of software development. So in this SDLC, the DevOps culture came into the picture. Right. So why the DevOps culture came into the picture? DevOps is the process or the culture. Okay. Why it came into the picture? To reduce this gap between the developers team and the operational team. Why? In order to finish the project as soon as possible in an efficient manner. Okay. Using the resources properly. Okay. Using the resources infrastructure properly, and to deliver the project to the client in the on time. Okay. Right. So now if you see what is the DevOps, so DevOps is a process which is used. Okay, DevOps is a process. It is used to collaborate development and the operational works in the SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, software project development life cycle. We are using the DevOps process so that with this process we can collaborate the development task and the operational task. Right? Is that clear to everyone? Because we know even in the waterfall method it goes step by step, right? Even in the waterfall method it goes step by step. Once the developer team, okay, once the developer team started developing, when the testing done testing, then only it go to the maintenance. It go to the operational team, right? Which is a time taking. Okay, which is the time taking. Let's say they're done. Okay, let's say this DevOps team, okay, this developers team finish the code. They taken the whole day. They taken the whole day, and by night they finish the code. Okay, by night they finish the code and the testing also. Okay, the testing also they taken the next time. Okay, on the next day they started working the whole day to do the testing. Okay, they also taken the whole 24 hours to do the testing. Again, the maintenance, the operational team has to wait for the next day, right? The operational team has to wait for the next day to take charge. Are you getting my point? Okay, the operational team also has to wait for some time. Once the testing is done, okay, then only they has to wait. The operational team will take charge to deploy into the servers. But here in the DevOps, it is bridging the gap between the developer and the operational team. It will go parallelly. Okay, it will go, entire things go parallelly. No waste of time. Okay, no waste of time. That is the beauty of the DevOps. So now we'll see what is the DevOps. I told you already, DevOps is a process. So to collaborate the development team task and the operational work task in the SDLC. So we can say that DevOps is a culture now, right? DevOps is a culture. So by using this culture, DevOps culture, we can deliver the project to the client quickly with the quality as well. Okay, quickly with the quality. So now you know what is the development team doing. Development team generally they are the programmers, software developers are the programmers. What they will do, they will collect the requirements and they analyze the requirements from the client. They'll plan the designing and they will implement. They'll do coding. After coding, they will do testing as well, right? They will do testing and also they will integrate the coding. Okay, they will integrate the coding. Now, once if it is done testing and all, now it move to the engineers, support engineers. We call them operational team, right? What is the operational team will do? The support engineers will do. They set up the machines, right? They set up the machines. They set up the networking. Okay, they set up the servers. They set up the databases for the project, and they prepare infrastructure for the project execution. Okay, they prepare the infrastructure for the project execution. What are the infrastructure they're preparing? They're getting ready with the machines, networking, servers, databases, load balancers, etc. So they will take the project. Okay, they take the project code. I told you they take the project code from the programmers. Okay, which is available in the GitHub. I will tell you what is GitHub. It is one of the DevOps tool. Yeah, Manpreet. Manpreet.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I
Hello?
can hear. Yeah.
Yeah. So just clear one of my doubts. So DevOps is a third person other than developer operations, or is it a combination of developer or operation, or is it a person who can do both development and operations?
Yes. No. It's a person who understands. Yeah, I'm coming to that. But okay, just give me 2 minutes.
Uh,
After the 2 minutes, you can understand the things. Okay,
sure.
I will tell you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm just coming into the picture. I'm just telling. Okay, what is the developers are doing and what is the operational team is doing. So now I'm coming into the DevOps role. Okay, DevOps engineer role. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah. Now I told you what is the programmers will do. Right, they're responsible for the coding. Okay, the development team. What is the development testing team will do? They're responsible for the programmers, building the code, developing the code, and testing, and also code integration. Right now, what is the operation team will do? What is this team? Oh, look, just clear up these things. Okay, I'm just dealing with the individual role. Okay, yeah, Manpreet, I'm just dealing with the individual role. I'll let you know what is the DevOps will do, how it's going to help in the projects. Right? Yeah. So now I told you what is the developers is doing. Okay, what is the developers is doing? Right, they are responsible for the coding and the code integration and the testing. Right. Once if it is done, what the operational will do? Operational team, we call it as IT team, like support engineers. They will set up the missions infrastructure for the project execution generally. Right. So they will take code from the developers, and after taking the code from the developers, what they will do? They will compile the code, because whatever the code written by the developers, okay, whatever the code written by the developers. See, are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Here, the
you. Yeah.
developers has to finish the coding.
Yes.
Okay, the developers has to first they has to finish the coding. Yesterday, if you listen my class yesterday, whatever the code they are writing, we call it as source code, right? We call it as source code. What does it mean by source code? Because they're writing the coding, they're doing the coding in the high level language, let's say Python, Java, C, okay, using the different coding languages, they're developing the project. It is called a source code. But do you think the machine can understand this language? No, right? Our machine can only understand the 0 and 1s, binary codes, right? Only it can understand the 0s and 1s. So now what the operational team will do after setting the infrastructure, okay, they will convert the source code. Okay, they will take the code from the developers, okay, developers team, from the GitHub. I will tell you what is GitHub. It is the remote repository for the source code management. Okay. Yes. So they will take the code from the GitHub. Okay. And they will do compile. Okay. They will do the compile. Compile matlab, they will convert into object code or byte code. So where the machine can understand. Okay. Where the entire Python language, it is converted into 0s and 1s. But how it is happening? By compiling. We have to compile. Okay, we have to compile the code. There is a particular software to compile the code. Okay, we are using the Maven to do this task. Okay, we call it as plugins, external plugins. Using these add-ons, extensions, we'll compile the code into the object code, like byte code, where the machine can understand. Okay, now the entire Python language is converted into 0s and 1s. This we call it as object code, right? Who it is done by? It is done by the operational team, right? So once if it is done, okay, what they'll do, this object code is converted into executive format, like jar format or the war format. Okay, Java archive. Okay, Java archive or the web archive. Okay, it is an executive format. So it is called as packaging. Okay, we are packaging the project into the executive way. Now, after the jar or war, what are the package we are doing at the end? We are deploying the project into the server. I told you what is server. Server is the software inside the machine where it can take the software application coding. Okay, it is a home for the software. Okay, it is home for the package. Okay, final code execution project package, and also it is responding. It is main function of the server. It is also responding to the end users. Okay, it is also responding to the end users. So this is how we are delivering the project to the client. Right now, the development team is doing. Okay, the development is doing by one team. Right, the project entire development it is doing by one team. Okay, the coding and all, and the operations team is doing by another team. This entire task, another task. Okay, there is a gap between the development team and the operational team, right? So in order to bridge the gap, I told you, so DevOps came into the picture. Now, what is DevOps is doing exactly? So DevOps is acting as a bridge. Okay, DevOps is acting as a bridge, or else let's say it is acting as a communication. Okay, DevOps engineer is acting as a communication role between the development team and the operational team. Okay, what the DevOps engineer is doing, DevOps engineer should take that code from repository. Now, who is taking the code? This code from the repository, the DevOps engineer is taking the code from the repository. Okay. Now, after taking the code from the repository, for the entire process, using the automation tools. Got it? Okay. Now, the DevOps is not responsible for developing the project. Okay. The DevOps engineer is not responsible for the coding. Okay. He's just taking the coding from the development team. Okay. He's taking the code from the development team. Because I told you why the DevOps came into the picture. Because when the operational team facing the errors, if the operational team facing the errors to deploy the project in the servers, okay, so the DevOps came into the picture. Okay, operational team, don't worry, we'll came into the picture. Okay, so what is the task you are doing? Okay, you are taking the code from the development team and you are compiling, you are converting. Okay, you are doing package and you are deploying in the server, which is a time-taking process. Okay, let me handle the task. Okay, let me handle the task. What we will do? What is the DevOps engineer? As a DevOps engineer, what I will do? I will take the code from the development team. Okay, I will do the compiling. I will convert into a package. I will deploy in the server in the automation way. Got it? Using the DevOps tools. That is the process. That is the culture. So what I will do as a DevOps engineer, first I will build the project. Build the matlab, what is this? Is the building. Okay, I will compile the project. Then this is the deployment into the servers. So now what is the role of the DevOps engineer? Role of the DevOps engineer is to perform the project build and the deployment. So what is the build? Build matlab converting the project code into the executable format. This is what executable format. What is the executable format? Okay, converting the code into object code, and after the byte code or object code or byte code, then we are converting into a jar file, which is the executable file, which we can deploy into the server, right? So now the DevOps engineer is doing the build and the deployment process using the DevOps tools in the automation way. Okay, right? Earlier the operational team, earlier the operational team was using the entire task through the manual, right? Earlier the operational team using the entire task using the manually. Okay, step by step process, but the DevOps team came into the picture. They are using the resources efficiently, using the AWS resources. Okay, using the AWS resources, and they're deploying the project in an efficient way. Yeah, Manpreet.
Yeah, sir. So can we say the DevOps is just an operational team, but they are just doing the automation thing? Like it is the operational team plus the infrastructure team that you just mentioned, but they are just automating the things that they were doing it manually before, right?
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
say it is not like just like an operational team. It is like see earlier. I will show the way. Earlier, if you understand the issue, if you understand the main issue, so just think without the DevOps. Okay, let me put.
Yeah. The blaming
So,
thing that you mentioned, right?
yes, without the DevOps, there is a lot of gap. Okay, the developers and the things. So, but yeah, sorry. Yes. So let's see, Manpreet. Okay, if without the DevOps, what happening? So without the DevOps, I told you it is a time-taking process. Okay, once the development team and testing team done, then only the operational team comes into the picture. Okay, so there is a no proper communication between them. So that's why it is taking time delay and also some kind of delay in the process as well. But the DevOps engineer, now it is like a combination. Okay, it is also acting as a bridge between the two teams. Okay, it is acting as a bridge between the two teams. Okay, in order to deliver the project in an efficient way. Yes, as per your understanding, you are saying that it is only the operational work. Most of the things we are doing the operational work in the automation way. But okay, but it has also had a great role in the development team also. Okay, I will show you in the upcoming DevOps classes.
Okay. So
Okay.
it means the DevOps team should have a knowledge of development as well as the operations as well.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
That's the answer for my first question actually. I got the
Yes.
whole scenario now. Thank you.
Okay, but the DevOps engineer is not completely responsible for developing the project. Okay, not responsible completely for the coding. Okay.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Because they are the developers, they are there. But what you are doing, you are just you are acting as a bridge between the two teams, the DevOps engineer. So immediately the developer team writing the code, what you will do, immediately you will take the code from the GitHub, okay, and you will start deploying in the server. If you face any issue, okay, if you face any issue, automatically it will move to the developer team. Let's say the DevOps team, okay, yeah, okay. In order to understand that, let's say today the developer team want to update the software. Okay, the developer team want to update the software. He can update the software at any point of time. Immediately it will reflect in the operational team.
Okay.
Got it? Yes. So, but without the DevOps, what happening? Without the DevOps, what happening? Again, it has to move to the testing team. Okay. Again, it has to the operational team. Then it will move to the servers. But what the DevOps is doing, okay, it is a time-taking process. Okay, let me handle the things. And the DevOps engineer is saying, okay, developer team, okay, once you're done with the testing, because the development team, anyhow, writing the source code, he will also write the test code as well. You know that, right? He will also write the test code for any software code. So what we are doing, the DevOps engineer will integrate the things. Okay, once the person who done the coding, okay, once he done any modification here, automatically it will trigger the testing. Okay, with the testing, automatically he will compile the code, he will package the code, automatically it will move to the server, which is available to the end user. Okay, we should not, okay, the end user need not to wait for 2 to 3 days to get the updation. Okay, it is happening simultaneously.
Okay.
Now, I think you understand the DevOps engineer role.
Yeah, understood, sir.
Yeah, if without DevOps engineer, what will happen? Again, the operating team come into the picture. They have to take time. Okay, it's a time-taking process. But the DevOps engineer is playing a very great role in order to finish the project with a more efficient and the best way. Right? Yes. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let me take 1 minute time to have the doubts from any others. Right? Is it interesting, guys? Are you able to? Is it making sense? Yeah, Surya. Surya, you have any doubt? You raise your hand.
No, I didn't raise my hand.
Okay, I can see the hand. Yes.
Okay.
So is it interesting, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we move forward?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Yes. So now we'll see the things. Okay, we'll settle down and we'll see the things. So now I think you understand what is the DevOps engineer role. So in order to application architecture, we know for any application architecture, it is a 3-tier, right? You know the presentation, like a HTTP presentation. It is a user interface. Yesterday I've shown you. If you open the Facebook page, you can see the login page, which is common to everyone. Okay, which is the common to everyone. It is a front-end page. Which is static content, right? And then what is the next stage? It will move to the application tier. What is the application tier? Which consists of actually core business logic, right? It contains a core business logic, which is developed using the programming language, right? Developed by the software developers. Then after that, what is required in order to develop the application? Yes, we know. First thing is front end. Second is the back end, which is the core business logic developed by the programmers, right? Using the logic codes, like high level languages. Then what is the next thing in order to develop any application? One is the front end, back end. The other thing is the data tier. Okay, we need the database also. Okay, I will tell you in upcoming classes, very from the scratch, types of data. Okay, types of data. We have the structured data, unstructured data, relational, non-relational, key value pair. Okay, we'll deal with the database also in the upcoming class. So in order to develop any application, we need the 3 things. Okay, we call it 3-tier architecture. One is the front end, which is the static content. One is the back end, which is the dynamic. It will change as per the users. Okay, users requirement, developed using the logical language. And the third one is the data type, where we are using generally the database, right? So why using the database? In order to store our application data permanently, right? In order to store our application data permanently. What is application data we are seeing? Okay, let me go here. Let me open Facebook and let me show, right? If I open the Facebook, okay, like if I open the Facebook login page, okay, this is the front end, right? This is the front end, which is common to everyone. I'm giving the email and password. Okay, if I want to create a new account, I have to create a new account. So where these credentials are going to save? In this application database, right? Which will store the credentials permanently. Okay, once I log in, okay, once I give in the credentials, then it will take to the next page. It will call as application tier, right? The home page of the Facebook, which is different to different users. Okay, my home page is different comparing to yours because my requirements are different. My liking, share, my things are different. My friend circle is different and your friend circle. So it will, as per your requirements or my requirement, the application tier is different. How it is functioning? Using the logical language, right? Using the high level language of programming. Okay, now in order to store, okay, in the programming, in the application tier also, let's say I posted one photo, okay, and 52 people are like that photo. Where this information is storing, where the information is getting stored of the entire application, it is getting stored in the database, right? That too, we are using the relational database. Okay, that is what the application tier I want to tell you. Okay, fine. Now we understood the application tier, application architecture. Okay, fine. So if you want to deliver one project, okay, if you want to deliver one project, let me open this. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to deliver one project to client, what we have to do, we need to set up the infrastructure. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. We've seen what is the application architecture. In order to develop the application, in order to develop any project, okay, in order to deliver any project to client, we need to set up our infrastructure. What are the infrastructure we require? We have to purchase the computers, we have to purchase the servers, we have to purchase the database, networking, storage, and we have to purchase the power backup, air conditioners, and we have to also hire the developers, testers, okay, engineers, and admin team. Okay, we have to invest a lot of things. Okay, we have to set up the room, security guard. Okay, in order to develop the project, see, big people, okay, big setup we have to take care, right? In order to develop a single project, which is a highly costly. Do you agree? Right, which is very high costly, right? So we have to invest a lot of amount, right? We have to invest a lot of amount. Yesterday I told you that amount we call it as capital expenditure and operational expenditure. What is the capital expenditure? It is the first time investment, okay, or first time investment for the computers, hardware, infrastructure, okay, hardware configuration, or any like a networking or developers. What are the resources? For the resources, what are the first time investment? We call it as capital expenditure or capex. After purchasing, we have to also maintain, right? We have to maintain for a long period, for a certain period. Okay, we have to upgrade the resources, we have to go for the repair, etc. We call it as operational expenditure or OPEX. So altogether, it is a very big problem for what? To the companies, okay, to the company's management. Okay, it may be any big MNCs, it may be any startup company, it may be any individual person. In order to develop any project, so the capital expenditure and operational expenditure is very high, right? So in order to overcome this, okay, in order to overcome this, instead of setting our own infrastructure, what we are doing, we are going to the cloud computing. What is the cloud computing? Cloud computing is the concept. Okay, cloud computing is the concept where what the purpose of the cloud computing. So they are delivering, okay, they are delivering the required IT resources. Okay, they are delivering the resources to the users. Who are the users now? Let's say MNC company, let's say startup, who require the this computing resources. Okay, who require the resources like storage, networking, etc. They can take the resources from the cloud computing service providers. How? Through the internet, right? Through the internet. Okay, now I think it's clear to everyone what is the cloud computing, who are the cloud computing, right? How they are doing this process through the concept of virtualization. Yesterday I told you what is the concept of virtualization. Okay, if you're not aware of this, what is the concept of virtualization? Please just visit my recording class, yesterday's recording class. You can understand what is the virtualization. Okay, so the virtualization concept, using the virtualization concept, the cloud computing, delivering their resources, right? Delivering their resources, delivering their infrastructure. What are the infrastructure? Physically hardware located in the form of data centers. Okay, data centers. Now the cloud computing came with the innovation. See the companies, see the big MNCs companies or the startup companies. Please kindly don't waste your money in the capital expenditure and the operational expenditure. Okay, how we are using the resources for the rental purpose. Okay, how we are using the resources like rental purpose. Let's say if you want to use let's say you migrated, let's say you want to uh, purchase any house. Instead of purchasing any house, okay, let's say the house cost is 80 lakhs. Urgently you need a house, one house to stay for shelter. Instead of purchasing the house, putting the 80 lakhs at a time, what you will do, you will go for a rental purpose for a time being, right? You will go for a rental purpose. Okay, let's say this is the house. This is a big house. Okay, who is the owner? Okay, physically which is located, right? The house is physically located with the compound wall. Okay, with the compound wall, the water facility. Okay, everything, the gate, entrance gate, and all. So inside the house owner, let's say I'm the house owner and you need the house. You are in requirement of the house. Okay, instead of purchasing the house, your own house and maintaining your own house and all. Okay, so what you will do, you will come to me for the rental purpose. Okay, you will come to me for the rental purpose now, right? So what I'm doing, I am ready to give my house as a rental purpose. But what I'm doing, I'm not giving my entire home, because in the off of the house I'm staying. Okay, in the entire house, I'm not going to give my entire house, right? I will divide my house into a room. I will do the partitions. Okay, see. So now this is a house physically located in my location with the compound wall, with the gate, with the water facility and all. Upon that, what I will do, I will do the part. Okay, upon that, let's say it's an operating system. Let's say this is the infrastructure. Okay, let's say this is a main gate. You think like just like a main gate. So and after that, so in order to share with you, in order to share my house with you, okay, in order to share my house with you, what I'll do, I'll do partition. Okay, let's say in the first floor, I'm saying in the first floor, I'm staying in the first floor. Okay, I'm staying in the first floor, and from the second floor, I'll started giving the rental. In the second floor and third floor, I'll started giving the rental. So what is the gap? What is the bridge between the floor roof, right? The floor roof acting the bridge between you and me. The stairs, the upstairs are acting as a bridge between you and me. So without the floor roof and without the stairs, do you think the second floor and third floor come into existence? No, right? So it is acting like a layer. The hypervisor is acting like a layer between you and me, so that now I can ready to share my resources to you. Now let's say you need the 2 BHK, you will come to me. Okay, you come to me and you will ask for the 2 BHK. Then I'll provide you the 2 BHK. Now you are the independent owner for this 2 BHK, right? Guys, for this 2 BHK house, you are the independent owner. Okay, now it is you are setting your own hardware, right? You are setting your own hardware, matlab you are setting your own infrastructure. Okay, sofa set, TV, etc. Right? So now you started using the rooms. Let's say applications for the rooms here. Now you started using the rooms. The other day, another person will come. He's asked for the 1 BHK. Okay, now he also become now it will become a virtual house. Matlab, it is not virtual, it will become an independent house. Inside my own house, okay, he will become an independent owner. Okay, he also became an independent owner for the particular 1 BHK. Now he is responsible to maintain this home. Right? Do you agree? Now what he's doing? He is paying to me per month. For 1 month, he is paying to me per month basis. I hope it's clear. So in the same way, what the AWS, not only AWS, the cloud computing service providers, what they're doing, see, okay, don't purchase anything. Just come to me and use our resources. Come to me and use our resources. Come to me, matlab, we are not going to their physical location. Okay, we are not going to the physical location. Just we are going to here through the internet. Okay. We are going to this location through the internet only. And we are setting our own infrastructure as per the requirement. And this person will delivering the resources to us as per our requirement. Right? Do you, is it okay to everyone? The concept of virtualization? How it is possible? Only because of the virtualization concept. Here we are using the hypervisor as a tool. Okay, in the software. Okay, in the software, we are using the hypervisor. So hypervisor is the two types. One is the type 1 and the type 2. What is the difference between the two? Let's say here, if the hypervisor is installed on the operating system, okay, if you see this, if the hypervisor is installed on the operating system, it is running upon the operating system, then we call it as type 2. Okay, we call it as type 2, right? Upon the operating system, see, first hardware is located. Upon the hardware, we have the operating system. Upon the operating system, we are running the hypervisor. Then only we can able to do the partition of our machine. Okay, see, now you need the Windows. You can install the Windows operating system. You can run the application as per your requirement. Okay, and you are selecting the hardware configuration. Just like 2 BHK, you are selecting 1 GB RAM, 4 GB hard disk, okay, 1 GB RAM, and 2 core CPU, okay, 30 GB hard disk. You can select as per your requirement. Okay, he will provide. In the same way, let's say another person need Mac iOS and another person need Linux operating system. Okay, based on that, you can choose the requirements. Yes, Manpreet. Manpreet, yeah.
Sorry. Sir, on local PC, so can we call VirtualBox as a hypervisor?
Yeah. Did you seen this in your machines Hyper-V concept in the Windows? If you are using the Windows laptop, you can see the
Mhm.
Hyper-V or VMware. Did you notice?
Yeah, VMware. Yeah, actually, I'm
VMware,
using
yes.
Mac, so I'm not sure about that. So I
Yeah.
normally use VirtualBox. I know the
Yes.
concept of virtual clouds actually. So I had this
Yeah. It's
question
the
about
same
the local
concept. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How we are doing the partition of your machine, right?
Partition. Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
How we are doing the partition and how we are building the independent machine in your own machine.
Mhm. Yes,
The
yes.
same way the concept came into the picture, virtualization. So it is a
Got
foundation
it.
for the cloud computing providers. Okay, the same concept.
Got it.
But see, Manpreet, what your machine? Okay, your machine is just like let's say 12 core CPU, 8 GB RAM,
Yeah.
and a 500 GB
Yes.
hard disk. But
Mhm.
here, do you think it is enough for the big projects? No, right?
No, no,
There is
it
a
will need a
limitation. Yes, there
very
is a
much
limitation
larger.
for your machine. But here, the cloud computing providers, it is very big capacity. Okay, with a big capacity, they are doing the virtualization. Okay, the hardware is very big capacity. I shown you the data center. I will show you. Okay, yes.
Sure.
So this is how the virtualization concept came. So it is of two types. I want to say generally the cloud computing service providers using the hypervisor software, okay, which is a software. It is a layer that coordinates with the virtual machines, with the physical machine, main physical hardware. Okay, this is a software, right? It is of two types. The software is of two types. One is a bare metal hypervisor, which directly run upon the underlying physical resources. Okay, physical hardware resources. Such type of softwares we call as type 1. Type 1 are bare metal hypervisors. Okay, hypervisor software, that layer. If it is software layer running directly under the physical hardware resources, then we call it as type 1. Let's say if it is running on the existing OS machine, we call it as type 2. Right. So the example, the picture will show you. If it is running on the operating system of the physical machine, we call it as type 2. If it is running directly on the hardware of the physical machine, we call it as type 1 or the bare metal virtualization layer. Okay, or the hypervisor. Got it? So here we have the differences. Okay. Anyhow, it's going to come to you in the recording way. You can do more research on this. Okay, but this is enough in order to understand the cloud computing. Right now, you know what is cloud computing. Okay, now we'll see the basics of cloud computing. What are the models? Right. So the companies, yes, now we are reaching. Okay, don't worry, we are reaching. I will give you 5 minutes break in next 10 minutes. Okay, after 10 minutes, I'm going to give short break. Then we'll go into the practicals. Completely, we'll go to the practicals. Yes. Now we'll see the companies that provide this type of services, cloud computing services, we call the cloud providers. Right. How are we going to use access these services? Over the internet. That is what virtually. Right. So who are the responsible for the physical hardware? Who are the responsible for this? Who are the responsible for the entire thing? Yes. Who are the responsible for this? Who going to manage this? This physical hardware infrastructure, this operating system, we
DevOps.
call it as host operating system. Okay, and what? Yes. Okay, who is the responsible? It is the cloud computing service providers. Okay, if it is AWS, we are moving to the AWS, then the AWS is responsible to maintain their infrastructure. Right? I told you in the house, if I am the owner of this house, I'm going to responsible for this entire thing. And you are only responsible for this entire thing only. For this, you are only the responsible. But the remaining part, I am the responsible. Who I am? I'm the cloud computing service provider. What I'm doing? I'm delivering, I'm sharing my hardware resources with you. How I'm sharing my hardware resources with you? Through the concept called hypervisor, virtualization. In the virtualization concept, there are the many virtualization tools, but mainly I'm using the hypervisor, which is of two types. Okay, using the hypervisor concept, I'm sharing my physical hardware resources with you. Why I'm sharing and why you are need of physical hardware? Because in order to buy the physical hardware by yourself, it is a very costly capital expenditure, operational expenditure. So that you are looking for the rental purpose. So you're coming to me to use my physical hardware. How we are coming through the internet from your location? You are coming to use my physical hardware through the internet. How I am sharing the physical resources with you? Through the hypervisor concept, right? So now you have the flexibility to choose your own virtual, okay, to choose your own operating system and to choose your own hardware, okay, to choose your own hardware setup, and you can run the applications upon that. Got it? Now, what are the players? Okay, is the only monopoly? Or is the only monopoly cloud computing service provider in the global? No. We are the different
No.
competitors in the market. Let's say Amazon. From the Amazon, we have the AWS, Amazon Web Service, which is the global leading cloud computing service provider. Okay, and the GCP from the Google and Azure from the Microsoft. Okay, that is the concept. Now, okay, now using the cloud computing. Okay, now using the cloud computing, we can use the CPU, memory, storage network, which is the basic for the application development. Now, who are the cloud computing service providers? We are the AWS from the Amazon, we are the Google from the GCP, okay, Google Cloud Platform from the Google, and we are the Microsoft Azure. Who are them? They call as cloud computing providers. Cloud providers or cloud computing service providers. Got it? But we are focusing on the AWS. So using this any cloud computing, what we can do? We can reduce our budget, right? We can reduce our capital expenditure and the operational expenditure. Why? It is a concept called pay only for usage, right? Here, how we are using my house, I told you in my house example, we're just paying for me monthly basis, right? Monthly basis, matlab, it is very cost effective. Okay. Let's say, let me give one example. Let's say today you purchase the Netflix. Okay. You purchase the Netflix. Okay. You done subscription to the Netflix. Whether you pay to the Netflix subscription after 1 month or pre 1 month, post 1 month or pre month, how will do subscription?
Post one.
Matlab, see, okay, see this month, okay, let's say this is the July. Now, in this July, I am able to watch the Netflix movies. So, in order to watch my July month, what I have to do? In the June month itself, I have to do payment.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So it's pre-month.
1 month, yes. Prior to 1 month, I have to do subscription. That's 1 month cost. So, which is called upfront, okay, advance cost for the next 1 month. Okay, it is my wish whether I'm going to watch movies regularly or not. It is my wish. But you have to pay 1 month prior. Just like your mobile recharge, how we are doing 1 month prior, right? Whether you are doing the calls or not, it's up to you. But you have to recharge one month prior itself. But here, cloud computing is very friendly manner. It is saying, see, buddies, don't worry. Don't pay me cost 1 month before. Okay, don't pay me any advance cost. Okay, and you also, okay, don't pay me any advance cost. And here in the cloud computing, you need not to purchase anything, right? Because we are the responsible to purchase the infrastructure and to manage the infrastructure. Okay, so you need not to worry about the purchasing, you need not to worry about the managing the infrastructure, and also you need not to pay any advance cost. But how? Then how they are paying? You only pay whatever you using at the end of the month. All right, that is what pay only for your usage. Just like your Uber, Ola. Whether you're paying any upfront? No. After traveling the 10 kilometers, after the ride, then only we'll see the cost. Then we'll pay as per the travel. Do you agree with this? Yes. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
How the
Yes,
Uber
sir.
payment? Yeah, it is like
Yeah.
a pay as you go model. Similarly, the cloud computing came into the picture. Why? In order to attract the users, right? In order to attract the many users to come to the cloud computing infrastructure. So yes, definitely. So with this concept, now many big companies, many big MNCs companies, or even the startup company came to the cloud computing. They are looking forward to the cloud computing service providers, right? Because it is the best thing, right? We need not to worry about the cost, prior cost, no advance cost. Simply, okay, use the resources for the internet, whatever you require, just pay at the end of the day, how much you are used, right? That is the thing. And apart from that, it is scalability and also elasticity. What is saying, if you go to the cloud computing, it is not only the cost effective, it is also scalability and elasticity. How it is scalability and elasticity, I will tell you. Let's say now you are using, everyone using the Google Drive, right? Everyone using the Google Drive for the storage purpose. What is the limitation of the Google Drive? Initially, it will give 15 GB storage. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
After using the 15 GB, let's say we are using the 15 GB, which is a freely available. After using the 15 GB, okay, for the backup purpose, for the storing the files and all, we are using the Google Drive. Okay, after using the 15 GB, what is the case? What we will do? Tell me. What you will do if you're done with the 15 GB? There is no space. What you will do?
So we need to subscribe.
Yes. So you need to subscribe.
Subscribe for additional storage.
Additional storage. So what are the two types of additionally way? How can you scale? Yes, I will tell you. Okay, don't worry. So to this 15 GB, what are the two ways? Whether I can add the additional 5 GB. So altogether it will become 20 GB. Yes, do you agree? This is called upgrade. Sometimes you will see, please upgrade your storage. Take extra 5 GB. Okay, take extra 10 GB. Okay. Did you notice any time?
Yeah, I'm getting a notification these days actually. So that's why
Yes.
I know.
So this is what vertical scaling. If you see the graph, it is kind of vertically. Okay. And the existing only we are adding additional. This is called vertical scaling. What is another option you have? Just simply go and create one more email account, Gmail account. Additionally, you will get one more 15 GB. Okay, right? Matlab, you are taking entirely new thing. Irrespective of the existing, you will take additionally new, which is a horizontal. Right? Is it clear? You have the two options. For the existing itself, you can upgrade, which is a vertically you are scaling your resources. Okay. Or else you want to move into the different thing. You want to move to the new thing, which is called as horizontal scaling as well. Okay, you can increase this space, or else you can add the new space. Right? Is it clear? Is this clear? What is the elasticity and the scalability?
So,
So elasticity.
the example is cleared, but how it is connected with this
Cloud
servers?
computing, right? Cloud computing. Let's say, buddy, let's say today I went to the cloud computing. You want me to show in the example? I will show quickly. Okay. Yes. Because instead of telling in the theory way, I'll show an example. Okay. I'm going to the AWS console again. Okay. Just logging from my laptop. I need some resources for my project. I'm the root user. Okay. And this is a login credentials. Signing in. And I secured my account with the multi-factor code so that in order to protect my account, okay, to prevent the unauthorized access, this is the security
authenticator.
Yes,
Authenticator.
multi-factor authentication, right?
Mhm.
So one password is generated in my mobile. I'll show you, don't worry. So once you start the practicals, okay, in the next step, I will tell you how to do this. Even you can secure your account. Right? Yes. Now I'm able to open my account. Sai Guda. Okay, this is my account. So if you go to the security credentials, under the security credentials, how I secure my account using the authentication. Okay, multi-factor authentication. See, it is inactive. 2 days ago, I created the multi-factor authentication, which is inactive. If I can remove, I can remove. Okay, I can terminate this. Right? Okay, but coming to your our concept of how with the scalability. Okay, you are doubt how we can do the scalability. Now under the EC2, okay, EC2 is the elastic cloud computing.
So
Okay,
the scalability, are you talking about ELB, load balancing?
No. I will show you.
Okay.
Just see for 2 minutes. So under the image, I'm selecting the Linux. Okay, don't worry, I will tell you this. I'm selecting the Linux machine. Okay, see, I'm selecting the infrastructure. If you notice this, I'm using the infrastructure as a service from the cloud computing. This is our upcoming concept. Okay, infrastructure as a service. Once we're done with this, I'm going to tell you what is the infrastructure as a service. Right? Matlab, I'm selecting my own operating system. Okay, I'm choosing my own operating system. I'm selecting the infrastructure that I require. Okay. Okay, I'm choose the operating system as Linux and the instance type. See, I need the 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. So did you notice what is the instant type I'm capacity? What is the capacity of my hardware? 1 virtual CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Got it? For initially. Yes. And these are security credentials. I'm not doing anything. Okay. So I'm launching instance. So my machine is getting ready. My virtual machine is getting ready. Okay. Yes. Success. So yeah, buddy, let's see. So now you have the machine in front of you. You sat in front of your laptop. Okay. You have the certain limitations. There is a 8 GB of RAM, 500 GB of hard disk. So suddenly you need more extra GB of RAM. What you will do? Tell me.
So
You
I'll
need additional
upgrade this
GB of
one.
RAM. Yeah.
Well, I'll
So you
upgrade
want to
this,
change
that
your
is vertical.
yes. You want to change your hardware configuration. So is it possible?
Hardware configuration.
Like you want to change your CPU, you want to change your CPU processing, you want to change your RAM, you want to change your hard disk
No.
itself. Is it
So
possible?
we can
Yes.
upgrade it, right?
Yes. How you will upgrade?
So in the instance only.
Yes. Matlab, you'll go and you'll purchase the things, right? You'll purchase the things, or
correct.
else you'll go. Okay, you'll go and
Yes.
purchase the things, which is the time taking.
Yes.
Did you notice which is the time taking? You again you have to invest the amount, which is the time taking. Okay, you have to see and it's the time taking off. But here, using the cloud computing, one of the AWS, okay, which is a cloud computing service provider, I can upgrade the things instantly within a seconds. For a timing, you know, it is a T2 micro. What is a T2 micro? Which is a 1 core CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Okay, you've seen that, right?
Mhm.
1 core CPU and 1 GB of RAM. We are using that. If I want to have the 2 core CPU and 4 GB of RAM, how I can upgrade? How I can scale these things? That is what scalability or elasticity. Okay,
Okay.
I can launch one more instance, right? If it is not enough to me, this machine is not enough, I can go for one more machine,
Okay.
right? I can install one more machine, or else to this machine only, I can go for vertical scaling. How I can go for vertical scaling? To go for vertical scaling, first I will do stop. Okay,
Okay, I understood.
and you
So
understood?
that
Yes,
T2 micro, we can upgrade it, so that is vertical, right?
yes,
And
yes.
if I want to create another instance, that is horizontal.
Horizontal. In the same way, storage also hard disk. What is the storage capacity? We selected 8 GB is the hard disk here. If you want to upgrade it, there are the two options. Okay, you can add, or else you can add in the storage. Okay, under the volumes. Okay, yes. See, 8 GB is running. If you want to create one more value, if you want to upgrade your hard disk, I'm creating one more value. Okay, create the value. Let's say it is 100 GB. You need just a 20 GB. Okay. Before that, I want to see where my machine is running, in which region, which availability zone. Okay, in this availability zone, it is running. The storage capacity is 8 GB. Right? 8 GB is the storage capacity. So I want to make it as 20 GB. So I can go here under the values. I can create the value. Okay, under the same region, under the same availability zone. Okay, now I need additional. I need 20 GB. Okay, under the same availability zone, just create. See, it is created, but it is not associated. What I will do? I'll go to the actions. Okay, now so it is running. Okay, whether my instance is okay. Yes, because it is initializing. Yes, it is initializing. Yes.
So once it is initiated, then you
Yes.
can
Once if it
connect
is
it with
initialized.
PC.
Yes. Once if it is initialized, we can attach. We can go to the actions. Okay, we can see now attach value to where? To my instance, right? Which is running. See, attach value. So this is the scalability. Now I can go to the instances. Yes.
So this is vertical, right?
Yes, this is the vertical.
This is vertical. Okay.
Okay. So in order to do the horizontal, okay, this is the horizontal. See now the two things, 8 GB separately, 20 GB separately. In order to make it as a vertical, first what I'll do, I have to take the backup, right?
Okay, you have to take a snapshot, then you have to stop the instance, then you have to create, you have to upgrade it, right?
Yes. Okay, out of the backup, I have to take the backup, and after the backup of 8 GB, I will increase into 20 GB. Okay. In the 20 GB, the 8 GB also will include. Then I can attach to the instances. That is what the scaling, vertical scaling and horizontal scaling. So this is the benefit we are getting from the cloud computing. So I think it's clear, buddy. I hope it's clear, right? The scaling thing, scaling part. So not only the scaling, yes. So not only the scaling and elasticity. What is the another benefits of cloud computing? It is a current, okay, reliable. We can rely on it, which is globally available. It is also secure. Okay, and day-to-day life, Facebook, okay, Amazon Prime, Netflix, the many big applications are using the cloud network only, cloud computing only. Okay, suppose let's say you people from the web browser, if you want to open the Facebook through the internet, actually where the Facebook application is located in one of the cloud computing data center. In the one of the cloud computing data center only. From there only it is coming to you. Why? The Facebook using the data center, because in order to overcome the budget infrastructure maintenance, okay, where they can only focus on the application, they're just using the cloud computing. Okay, from there you can access the application, right? Many big applications are using the cloud computing infrastructure only in order to deliver the services to the users. Clear? I hope it's clear to everyone.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So deployment models, what are the deployment models? You can use the cloud computing entirely for the public, where the public can access. Okay, like Facebook. You can use the cloud computing infrastructure for the public purpose, entirely for the public purpose, where the users can access your resource, user can access your application. Okay. Or else you can also go use for the private purpose. Okay. So these are the deployment models. and also hybrid and the community. There are the 4 types of deployment models. Let's say, just give me the simple example. Let's say I have the scientific, okay, I am the research institute. So instead of purchasing the computers and all, what I will do, computer storage, networking and all, I'll go with the cloud computing service provider. There I'm starting using the resources. And after the research, what are the, okay, using the resources, okay, using the hardware resources, I am started developing my research. And in the research, I will only release the few papers into the public. And I will keep the rest information as a confidential. Matlab, I'm using the same resources for the public and private, but few of the documents I'm releasing into the public domain. And few of the documents I'm keeping it as a confidential. Are you okay with this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Matlab, it is satisfying you. Okay. So it is telling that, sir, see, cloud computing, as we are the cloud computing, it is not entirely into the for the public purpose only. You can use it for the public purpose, or else you can use for your own purpose, private purpose, or you can use for the both combination, hybrid, combination of the both. Okay, you can use few of the resources for the public purpose. Okay, you can keep the few of the resources for the private purpose. You can use the both. That is what hybrid. Let's say now, what is the community then? Let's say my research institute, I want to tie with another research institute. Okay, in those, okay, it is like community, right? Research institute 1, research institute 2. In order to set up our own environment, in order to set up our own infrastructure, in order to set up our own environment in the cloud, we have that model as well. Okay, that is what community. Is it clear? That is what deployment models. Why the cloud computing? It is what ultimately it want to satisfy the users. Okay, ultimately it want to satisfy the users. Okay, one is the cost benefit, and one is the scalability, one is the globally available. Okay, one is the deployment method also. Okay, deployment methods also. So is it the only thing? Okay, see, public, private, you can secure your resources. Community, okay, so a particular community can use. Hybrid, where you can secure few of the resources. You can also release into the public few of the resources where the public can access. Okay, yes. Now, what is the service models? If you see the service models, I told you, we called as 3 types of service models. 3 types of service models. Okay, let me put this example in order to understand these service models. Let's say I am very much Manpreet, did you raise your hand, Manpreet?
Yes, sir. So can we say community and intranet both same or they are different?
Matlab, I didn't get you what you're saying.
Community, the deployment model community. So it is like limited to like few communities, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
the
Let's say,
intranet.
okay. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, let's say my bank. Let's say I'm the bank owner, HDFC.
Okay.
Okay, which is in my location. I want to use the resources. I'm using the cloud computing resources. Now you also your bank, which is located in the Mumbai. Let's say this branch is in Hyderabad. This branch in Mumbai. Okay. Together they want to share the resources. Okay, together they want to share the resources. They want to maintain the resources. Okay, only these 2 people can access these resources. Okay, this is a kind of community, right? Okay, this is the community. Let's say any villa, any venture. Okay, let's say any greater community. We call it greater community. Those people inside the things, they can use the resources. Okay, they are the responsible for the resources. So like this, you can create your own community setup. Got it?
So it's a private only, right? Or private
Yes,
is
private
different?
only. Yes, I'm telling, right? It's private only.
Okay.
Matlab, you are the more flexibility. Okay. Okay, you have the more flexibility, you have the more options as a community. If you see the greater community, any venture, you have the multiple options, more security, right? If you go to any villa homes, okay, any colony with a big colony, with big community colony, lot of security, lot of availability, lot of options. Okay, like park, gym facility, etc., etc. In this community also, you have the like kind of setups. Okay, only where you can, only you people can only the access the resources.
All right. So
okay, for your business purpose.
Understood.
Okay, for your business purposes, to develop your businesses. Yes. So now, yes. So these are the deployment models. So there are the 4 types of deployments, like public, private, hybrid, and the community. Fine. So now cloud computing is also telling that. So we are not only just stopped with this. We are also have the different types of service models. So what are the service models? We are the 3 types of service models. So what are the 3 types of service models? We are the as infrastructure as a service. Okay, our service models, you can use our services in the form of infrastructure as a service. Okay, where you are the responsible for your infrastructure setup. Okay, where you are the responsible for your infrastructure setup, or else go with the platform as a service. Matlab, we are creating the platform, you just come and write the code. Okay, need not to worry about the infrastructure, like selecting the operating system, okay, selecting the storage, selecting the CPU, selecting the RAM. No need to set up. Okay, we are also having that kind of facilities also. Okay, platform. We are creating the platform. You can just come and deploy your coding. Okay, start building your application. You just focus on your coding only. We will set up the background. Or else software as a service. You can use our software, third-party software, like already who are created by the third parties. You can use our softwares as well directly, like Google Drive. How we are using the Google Drive? Okay, as a software, right? Software as a service. We are using the Google Drive. Where the Google Drive is located? In the cloud computing. Okay, one of the cloud computing service provider. We are using the software. That software. So it is a kind of service models. So in order to understand this better, let me put in this way. Let's say I'm very hungry. Okay, I'm very dire hungry. Okay, what I will do? What I'll do? I'll go to the kitchen. I'll go to my home. Okay, I want to prepare my homemade food. Okay, what I'll do? I'll go to the kitchen. Okay, or I'm going to the kitchen. I'm using my own utensils. I'm using my own utensils, stove, okay, etc. And I'm preparing my own food. Okay, I'm preparing my own food. I'm preparing my own cheese. Let's say I want to prepare the pizza. I'll use my own cheese. Okay, I'll get the cheese, or I'll use the own cheese and toppings, pizza dough. I will use my own oven, gas, dining table. I'm the responsible. What I mean to say, I am the responsible for this on-premises preparation, right? For the on-premises preparation, I am the responsible for the entire things. For the home kitchen utensils, I have to take care of the utensils are there. I have to see whether the gas is there. I have to see whether the oven is functioning or not. Okay, I have to see whether the raw materials are available to me. And I have to see whether the dining table is ready to sit and to have my food. Okay, this is the way. If I go with the infrastructure as service, okay, I'm not responsible for the raw materials. Okay, already it is ready-madely available. Okay, I will just take and I will just bake. Okay, I'll just take and I'll just bake. Are you getting the things? Matlab, you are purchasing the raw material. You are purchasing the raw material. You're going to your, okay, I'm just purchasing the raw material. Okay, I'm just using my kitchen. Okay, I'm just purchasing the raw material. I'm just using the kitchen. If you see the platform as a service, what I'm doing, platform as a service, what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to the hotel. Okay, the hotel, they are the responsible for the gas, oven. Okay, and for the preparation as well. Okay, they're just dining me. Okay, I'm choosing the platform. What is the platform? Hotel is a platform here. And software service, what I can do, I can just order the food. Okay, I need not to go to the hotel. I can order the food. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So what I mean to say, in the service models, it will telling the responsibility of what is your responsibility and what you're going to manage and what the cloud computing service provider going to manage. Ultimately, with this concept, what we're going to learn, what are the responsibilities you have to face and what are the responsibilities the cloud computing service provider going to manage. Okay, under three types: infrastructure as service, platform as service, software as service. Okay, so we are the three types like this. Don't worry, in the upcoming I will going to show step by step. Right, shall we go for break for 5 minutes? What you say? So that we'll start the AWS. Okay, we'll start the AWS from the infrastructure. Okay, we'll see the availability zone, regions. Okay, then we'll set up the account. How we'll set up the account? Free tier account. Then we'll start doing the practicals. Are you okay? Shall we go for break for 5 minutes?
Sure.
Everyone? Yes. Okay. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Okay, now it is like 7:30. By 7:35, we will resume the session. We will create a free tier account in the AWS as per the agenda. Before only I have discussed you what we're going to do. Then we'll start using the resources. Okay. So go for a break. Come back by 5 minutes, within 5 minutes. Thank you. If you are interested, if you want to interested to learn more such concepts and such kind of tools and technologies in the same place, okay, please do the registration here. Okay, and if you want to go through the content, you can go through the content. Okay, by scanning the QR code. And if you want to register, you can register. Right? Yeah, because today is the last for the demo. I think only we have the 20 minutes. So after the 20 minutes, it is the day 2 of the free demo. Then from the next week, we're going to start the actual classes, right? So my request to you all, please kindly use this opportunity. Okay. Yeah, Nirmala. Nirmala, over to you. Nirmala, can you hear me? Nirmala, you are done unmuted. Can you check your audio? Okay. So I think you have an audio issue. So please kindly do subscription here, and also you can follow us at the Logic Labs Technology. Okay, logiclabtech.com. And also, if you have any queries, please kindly approach the management. Okay. And we have the website. Please kindly go to the website as well. Okay, logiclabtech.com for the further courses. Okay. But here we're going to deal with the AWS Solution Architect Associate level and also the DevOps tools. Right. Okay. So anyone? Yeah, Nirmala. Yeah, you may talk, Nirmala. Sorry, Nirmala, please check your audio. Okay. Once if it is okay, you may take charge. Okay, you may talk. Right. So we'll resume. We'll go to the content. Now we have seen multiple things, the basic things, right? In order to understand what is AWS, Amazon Web Service Cloud Computing Service Provider, which is a global leading cloud computing service provider. Okay, it is not by me. It is not. I'm going to. Okay, global leading cloud computing service provider. Not I am telling. Okay, it's not by me. It is from the reports. Okay, from the statics, from the market statics. If you see the Gartner report, it is telling that Amazon Web Service, it is one of the global leading cloud computing service provider with the statics, followed by Azure, Microsoft Azure, then the Google. Okay. So 2006, it started. Amazon Web Service Cloud Computing Service Provider started in the way back 2006. But if you see the last decade, okay, last decade growth, it started from the 2013, providing the courses to the engineers and also certification from the 2013. And slowly, it also started reaching the more services. Okay, because currently it reached almost 26 plus regions. Okay, if you see this picture, globally, the Amazon have its footprint, okay, have its foot globally, 26 regions. Okay, I will tell you what is region, don't worry. So, and it also providing 200 plus services, more than 200 plus services, different features of services, right? So, market, if you see the market trends, okay, it is a market trends in the by the AWS, okay, and there's a salary you can expect from the AWS globally. Now, what are the regions? Okay, just focus for next 5 minutes, just focus on the infrastructure, AWS infrastructure, how it become the global leader because of the strategy through the infrastructure and also the services in the different domains. Okay, and the different domains, the services that is providing, okay, which are almost 200 plus services. Okay, so because of this because of the core services that is providing and because of this strategy of the infrastructure, okay, it become the global leading, one of the global leading in the cloud computing domain. Okay, now we'll see the infrastructure, then we'll move into the account setup. Okay, AWS account setup, how to set up the account in the AWS. Okay, so what are the steps we have to follow? Okay, how to create the account and how to start using. Okay, how to start using the free tier. What is a free tier? I will tell you in a couple of minutes. Okay, don't worry. Sure. So we'll see the infrastructure. So I told you AWS globally have 26 plus regions. So these are the regions. Okay, these are the regions. Let me open the user interface. See, you can see from here as well. AWS infrastructure images. Global infrastructure, and go to the website. Yes, see here. I hope it is visible to everyone. Now it is up to date. Okay, I'm showing the up to date picture. If you see the Amazon Web Service global infrastructure, how it is located. Okay, So now currently the AWS have almost 31 geographical regions. What are the regions? Okay, regions are nothing but they are the geographical region. Okay, geographical region, physically located geographical region. Okay, so under the regions, so these are the regions. Okay, let's say, see, this is Thailand. In India, we have the two regions. Mumbai is one region which is launched in the 2016. Okay, and Hyderabad is upcoming. Okay, last year they have launched. Okay, I am from Hyderabad. Yes, I am from Hyderabad, and it is just like a 16 kilometers from me. Okay, 16 kilometers from me, there is a data center. Okay, so they've chosen the Hyderabad as a region, and inside the Hyderabad region, okay, if you see the regions, okay, globally, okay, Dubai, UAE, okay, like Israel and US, okay, Canada, okay, Virginia, Ohio, okay, like globally they have the 31 regions, right? Inside the regions, what is saying? Okay, 99 allowability zones. Now, what is this allowability zone? Now you got to understand. Okay, these are all the regions. Okay, which are the geographical, physically located regions. Now, what is the allowability zone? So, allowability zone is nothing but which includes one or more distinct data centers. You can say like a sub-regions. See, inside the Mumbai region, there are the three sub-regions. Okay, how it is located, how it is look like this. Let's say AWS region, let's say it is a Mumbai. Inside the Mumbai region, they chosen the three sub-regions. Okay, which is a sub-region 1, sub-region 2, sub-region 3. But here we are calling it as allowability zones. Okay, not sub-region. In order to understand you, I'm telling it as sub-region. Okay, they are also geographical regions. Allowability zones are also geographical regions. Okay, who are from Mumbai? Let's say there are the three places from Mumbai. Let's say these are like I don't know the Mumbai places. Okay, let's say it is like Allahabad. Allahabad is in Gujarat. Ahmedabad, something there. Let's say Surat. Surat is also in Gujarat. So what are the places in Mumbai? Is anyone from Mumbai?
So it's Thane, Dadar, Kurla.
Okay, Thane. Okay, this is one sub-region, Thane. And Pune. Pune is also near to Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Right. And Solapur.
It's
right?
in Maharashtra only.
Yes. So these three places are in Mumbai region only, like near to Mumbai only. But these three places, okay, inside the allowability zone, you can see the infrastructure. Okay, inside this allowability zone, you can see the data centers. Got it? Okay. Now, inside the allowability zone, each allowability zone, you can see the data centers. Let's say it is a building 1, data center 1, data center 2, data center 3, data center 4. Right. From here only through the internet, we going to access the resources through the virtualization concept. But might you ask, sir, why more than one? Why more than one allowability zone? And also, why more than one data center? Are the AWS or the mad to invest a lot of amount on these resources? No, there is one reason. What is the reason? One is the high availability, and one is a fault tolerance. Fault, let me write, okay. Fault tolerance. I'll tell you, let me put in simple example. What is a fault tolerance? Let's say I am from India. Now I am choosing the nearby region. Okay, for the high availability. Okay, for high availability to reach high availability matlab to reduce the latency, low latency. I think you know the latency. What is the meaning of latency? The time difference between the request and the response.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So in order to that, I'm choosing my nearby region. As I'm from India, I'm choosing the Mumbai as a region, which is near to me. So inside the region, so AWS, I can also flexibility to choose the allowability zone also. Okay, inside the region, there are the three allowability zones. I can also flexibility to choose my allowability zone also. From the allowability zone, they're going to assign the resources to me. What are the resources I have selected? But you might think, okay, sir, why more than one allowability zone? Okay, because let's say in the Solapur, in this sub-region, in this allowability zone, there is a power interruption or there is an earthquake, let's say. Okay, now this complete allowability zone get down. Still my business run, right? Because it is a fault tolerance, right? The concept of AWS is a fault tolerance. Still my business run because it is almost 100 kilometers apart, minimum 100 kilometers apart distance from each allowability zone. It is a 100 kilometers distance, and which is also internally connected. Okay, let's say my application is running here. Suppose my application is running here. Let's say it is get down. What will happen? Internally it connected. So I can replicate the data here. Okay, I can replicate all my resources here. I can start using. Okay, I can start using. So that is what it is, a fault tolerance. It might be earthquake, natural disaster, it might be power interruption, anything. Okay, still I can rely on the AWS resources. That is what the high availability and the fault tolerance. That is why more than one availability zone as a backup. Okay, and also more than one data center. Inside the data center, also more than one data center is available. So is it clear? The infrastructure, what is the region, what is the see? Globally, we have the 31 geographical regions, and now 99 availability zones. See, in the Mumbai, we have the 3 availability zones. In the Hyderabad, there are the 3 availability zones, like this. In the Canada Central, we have the 3 availability zones. In the Northeast Virginia, we have the 6 availability zones. Why 6 availability zones? Because most of the companies are located here. Okay, many companies are located here nearby. So that's why they develop the infrastructure very large. Okay, not only that, all the availability zones. So all the regions is also internally connected. Across the sea, the AWS is connected internally. Okay. So these are things as per the region wise, we can see. And one more thing, yes, this is fine. So I think now it's clear, the infrastructure of the AWS. See, internally, so okay, internally all the regions is also connected across the ocean. Okay, the cables are run across the ocean and all the regions is also connected for the high availability and the fault tolerance. Okay. Got it?
So, sir, we and like in short, we can say it's for the backup, right? The regions.
For the backup.
No, the regions that they have set up, it's for the backup only, right? Like if one got failed.
You are from US. Let's say you are from US. So which region you will select? Nearby your region, you will select the India. The
Yeah,
resources.
obviously, I will select US, right? Nearby.
Yes. For what? For the low latency to get the
Yeah.
resources as soon as possible to get the things done. So that is what the regions. Okay. But what are the availability zone? Inside the region, inside the US, I told there are 6 regions. Sorry, 6 availability zone. You can choose any sub-region. Okay. You can choose any sub-region, one of the availability zone. Altogether, it is like high availability and the fault tolerance. Okay. So now is it clear? Like, do you have still any doubt?
No, I'm good.
Yes. Okay. It is not mean like a backup. Okay. Backup is fine, but it is not actual purpose of the backup. It is like global availability. Okay. So that is what we have seen the benefits of the cloud. You see the benefits of the cloud. Cloud is global. Cloud is global, matlab AWS is also global only, right? Cloud is global, AWS is also global. How it is global? They set up the infrastructure globally, where the demand is high. Okay. If you see the hierarchy, first they choose in the region. Okay. First they choose in the regions. Tomorrow they go into the Australia. Australia, they choose in the Sydney as a region. Inside the Sydney also, it is a big city. They choose in the 3 sub-regions, like availability zone 1, availability zone 2, availability zone 3. Okay, which is 100 kilometers distance, minimum 100 kilometer distance. Why? For the fault tolerance. Okay, inside this sub-region, availability zone, they started developing the infrastructure, data centers, right? They started developing the data centers. So this is in Australia, case in the Australia. Okay, yes. So now let's say this availability zone get down, one of the availability zone get down, still the business will run. The people in the Australia and the Sydney, still they can access the resources, right? Still they can depend, right? Inside the availability zone, each and every availability zone, there are the more than one data center. Still they can provide the resources to the users. That is the concept. Okay, that is what the AWS become the global leader because of the lot of investment on the infrastructure globally. Okay, yes. I hope it's clear. Now we will move to the account creation, how to set up the account. Okay, are you okay with this? Shall we create an account?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So there's the first step. So if you want to, do anyone want to create the account? Do anyone want to share your screen so that I will guide you? Or else you can take the screenshot. Yeah, Nirmala. Nirmala, you may talk. You are unmuted. I think you have the audio issue, Nirmala. Can you do chat to me personally if required? Is there anything to say? You have the chat option as well. If you have any audio issue, you may do chat as well to me in the panelist. Right. So I'll see the chart as well. Okay. So guys, this is the account setup. Okay, this is the account setup. So you can do the account setup using the 10 steps. Okay. Already I've created the account. Okay, go to the AWS home. I'll show you in just 1 minute. See, already I have the account. See, create an account. You can see the create an account. I hope you can see, guys. Right. You can give your role as student. I'm interested in any other things like our DevOps and the submit. This is like a registration is going on. Let me wait. AWS console. Create the account in the AWS console. Okay, first open the AWS console. Right. Just open the main page. Yes. See, create a free account. Please create a free account. Okay. Because it is completely free of cost. I will tell you in the free account what we're going to benefit, how we're going to benefit using the free tier account. See, first open the AWS home. Okay, AWS console home. Create an AWS account. Okay. And after that, what is the next step? Continue with the information. Okay, just continue with your information, the basic details, and select as a personal or the business. Okay, if you want to as a business or personal, go with the personal. My suggestion. And enter your personal information. If you are choosing the personal, enter the personal information. Okay, in the 4th step. And after that, read and accept the document like agreement. Okay, I'm agreed for the further process. Okay, then click the create an account. Then after that, it will ask the payment. Why the payment? You have to add your debit card or credit card here. Don't worry. Okay, even I added debit card or credit card. For what? For what? Because we are creating the free tier account. Matlab, it is certain limitations. We're going to use the AWS resources. Okay, with some limitations. What are the limitations? See, it is 12 months free. What we can use at 12 months? We can only use up to 750 hours. Okay, 750 hours of EC2 instances across all the regions. And also storage capacity, 5 GB of Amazon S3 storage for free. Okay, there are certain limitations in the free tier account. It is enough for the practice purpose. Let's say while usage, if you forget to delete, okay, while usage, if you cross the 750 hours, if you cross the 5 GB of extra 5 GB, more than 5 GB, okay, so then they will start charging you. It is also very limit. Don't worry. Okay, this month I got 2 rupees. Yes, 2 rupees. They charge me like 7 rupees. Okay, some 0.00 something dollars. It is also minimal. And let's say even if they charge, even if you don't want to pay, we can request the AWS support team. Like I am the AWS learner. Okay, you can say that I'm the AWS learner. I don't know this. Okay, I didn't notice that. So that please waive off my cost. They will waive off your request. Okay, they take your request and they will they will settle the things. Okay, you need not to pay anything. That is what the benefit of the free tier. That is why we have to create the account. Okay, that is what we have to add our payment method. Until unless you do the payment, okay, it is not the automation payment. Okay, they won't cut the payment from your account. It is not an automation. Until unless you give the authority, okay, until unless you give the approval, they won't cut any amount. Okay, just for a purpose, they will take the payment credentials. Matlab, they will see whether you are okay to pay or not, whether you are capable enough to pay or not. Only for that reason they will take. Okay, you have to give the billing information. And also just give your phone number. Okay, and you will get the OTP. Continue. Then after, you have to choose the AWS support plan. Please choose the free tier only. Okay, in the support plan, please choose the free tier account only. Then start using the account. Right, then start using the account. Okay, so this is how I am using the account now. Okay, I'm signing into after creating the account. Okay, after creating the account, go and sign into the console. We call it as AWS Management Console. Okay, click the console. See, this is my account. Now, see Sayiguda, this is my account, this is my account ID. Okay. And which region? I told you there are the number of regions, 31 plus regions globally available. But as a free tier account, only they are providing. See, there are 10 regions that are not enabled for this account. Okay. For the free tier also, I told you many limitations. You can only work, you can do practice across these regions. Okay. Now I can choose a Mumbai. Okay. Mumbai as a region. Now this is the AWS logo. What are the services provided by the AWS? You can see the services as analytics, as a blockchain services, as a compute, okay, containers, database, developer tools, okay, DevOps tools as well, IoT, machine learning, okay, robotics, recently added satellite storage, okay, many services they are providing, okay, front end, mobile development, okay, front end, web and mobile development, etc. You can use multiple services, right? So now, so like this, you can use the services from here, okay, or else you can search here directly. You can search here directly. If you are aware of the services, you can search here. Okay. So this is how I can create. Now, once you enter into the AWS, my request, please secure your credentials, your username and password. How to secure? Go to the account, go to the security credentials. Click the security credentials. See, account details. See, my security credentials. I am the root user. Matlab, I have the access to all AWS resources in this account. Got it? Because I'm the root user, I have all the access to the AWS resources in this account. You may ask, sir, it means someone also can use the resources, your account? Yes, I can give credentials to someone also with the limited access. As a root user, I have all the access to use the AWS resources in this account. I can create the users where they can use the resources in my account with the limited access also. Okay, with the required access only. That is the benefit also I have the. Okay, under the IAM, identity and access management, we're going to see the things. See, identity access management, I can create the user. Okay, after creating the user, I can give the limited access to the resources. Okay, let's say I am giving only the, let's say you want to work in the storage part. I can give only the storage access to him. Okay, let's say you want to use the networking part. I can give only the networking access to him. That is the beauty of the account. Okay. Yes. As a root user, I have the full access. I can use the account in a full way. So these are account details, my name, my account ID, and this is email address. Okay. And this is a canonical user ID. I will show you. Okay. I will tell you in the upcoming classes where we are using the cross-region replication in the storage part. Okay. I will tell you this purpose. And multi-factor authentication. Okay. First, let me delete this. Remove. Okay. Okay. MFA is deleted. For the root account user, there is no multi-factor authentication. I have the authority. I have the authority to use all the resources. Coming to authentication, what is authentication to access these resources? Let's see. I'm signing out. Okay, let me log in again. Okay, log in back. Log back in. How I'm going to authenticate myself? Okay, as a root user, yes, because I'm the root user. If anyone want to log in my access, they has to log in as an IAM user. Okay, they has to log in as an IAM user. But I'm the root user. This is my email ID with my email ID. While creating the account itself, I created the password, right? So password. So email ID and password. I'm just signing with the email ID and password. See, I can open my account. Matlab, I'm giving my only the one-factor authentication with the email ID and password is the one-factor authentication. But okay, let's say my password is steal. Okay, my password is stolen by someone. My password is got leaked. Okay, my password got hacked by the hackers. So in order to secure my account, what I can do, I can go with the multi-factor authentication. Okay, so that in order to prevent the unauthorized access, got it? To prevent the, see, you don't have MFA assigned. As a security best practices, we recommend you assign MFA. Who is recommending? The AWS is telling us, please go with the MFA for the security reasons. So that what I'll do? I'll assign MFA device. I'm clicking here. See, just say this name as a security. You're just giving the any name. Okay. Security is the device name. See, now you can secure the multi-factor authentication in the 3 ways. Okay, in the multiple ways. Here you have the option. You have the option to download the application. Okay, to download the application in your mobile. Okay, please download the application in your mobile. So that will generate the code. That will generate the code. You have that option. Or else you can go the hardware, okay, like hard disk. You can go like a like pen drive thing. Have you ever seen the TOTP token? Okay, it will display the 6-digit code every 30 seconds in order to log in. Hardware token. You have to see the token every 30 seconds. It will display one code on this hardware token. Or else you have to take like a pen drive. Okay, if you want to go with this hardware component, okay, you have to purchase like YubiKey. You have to purchase from the third party. Okay, and you have to tie up with this account. Then it will start generating the code. Okay, you have to attach with the USB. Okay, this thing you have to attach to the USB of your laptop machine. Here you need to attach. It will automatically generate 6-digit code. Then you have to log in. But what is the best option? Go with the application, software application. Install the software application in your mobile. Then get the code. So this is what I am doing. Okay. See, apart from the username and password, I'm adding one more authentication layer using this option. Okay. Next, I'm choosing this option. Next. Now see. So install a required. Okay. Install a compatible application such as Google Authenticator or a number of things. So in order to see which application you want to download, just open this. See, multi-factor authentication for the identity. See, if you come down, see, for the Android, from your Play Store, please download any one application. If you're using the iPhone, please download any one application. Got it? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now let me take into my case. Yeah. So in order to set up, I think this PPT is visible. Don't worry, I made this practicals for the PPTs also. For the practicals also, I made some PPTs in order to understand. Now, in order to set up a multi-factor authentication, don't worry, in 5 minutes we'll wrap up. Okay, I know we are close to the time. So multi-factor authentication, I'm choosing this. Okay. So what are the options? As I told you, for the Android, we are the required applications. We have to choose any application like Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft Authenticator. Okay, Duo Mobile from your Play Store, Google Authenticator. You can download anything. Okay, I have the iPhone. I'm using the iPhone, so I downloaded the Microsoft Authenticator from the App Store, from my App Store. After downloading that, okay, this is my mobile. I taken the screenshots. Okay, I taken the screenshots. I posted here. After downloading the Microsoft Authenticator, it will ask the add account. Okay, I'm going to the ready to add your first account, any Microsoft account or any other type of any Microsoft account or any other type of account. Okay, add account. After adding account, what I will do, I'll choose the another account. Okay, go to the third option. Okay, other account. Okay, then after that, it will ask, would you like to access the camera? Go with the okay. Then here you have to add your here. After doing this, after clicking this, before going to this step, what you have to do? I'll show you. Okay, after downloading the application, if you want to add, okay, now open your authenticator app. See, it is saying that open your authenticator app. Now open the QR code option. Okay, open the authenticator app. If you open that page, you can choose the QR code, show QR code. Okay, now the QR code is displayed from your mobile. Please scan this QR code. Okay, if you scan the QR code, this account ID will generated. Okay, this account ID will tie up. Okay, it will get. See, this account ID. My account ID is attached. Got it? So that we have to give the access to the camera. Once we give the access to the camera, it will ask for the QR code. Okay, where the QR code we are getting from here. From here, we are getting the QR code in the next step. If you scan the QR code, it will start taking the account. Okay, it will start connecting to the account. Okay, see, Amazon Web Service. This is the account ID. Then it will start generating every 30 seconds, it will start generating the 6-digit code. Okay, for the first time, what you have to do? You have to enter, fill in the first 2 consecutive codes from your device. Okay, first 30 seconds, what are the code is displayed? Please enter here. After that, please enter the next code and add MFA. In my case, okay, now I'm adding, okay, I'm scanning, I'm adding. Just wait. See, so I downloaded the application. Okay, I'm just adding the other. Okay, it asking for the scan QR code. I added the scan QR code to this account. Now it's going to generate OTPs. Okay, so the OTP is displayed. I'm entering here. Okay. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah. So my first code is okay. I have to wait for next 20 seconds to get the next code. Still, it is running. Just 10 seconds. What I done? I download the application. After downloading the application, I had the option called add account, another account. It will open the QR code. I scan this QR code. Then it started linking up this account, and it is generating the OTP. Yes, my next code is also displayed. Next 6 digits, 982. Okay, add MFA. Yes, MFA device assigned. Right, MFA define assigned. See, now created now. Right, my MF is started. Now let's see. Now again, just sign up. I'll start sign out again. I'll just log in back with the same username and password. We'll see whether it is asking the OTP or not. Okay. Password sign in. See, MFA code is required. Even someone stealing my password and the email and the password, they are unable to access my account. Right? So still it is asking MFA code. Where I get the MFA code? Can you open that application? Automatically, I told you. Just enter the code, what is displayed. That's it. So it is a multi-factor authentication. Okay, this is how you have to secure an account. Okay, no one will tell this. Okay, simply they will go, they'll start using the EC2, they will tell how to launch the EC2, how to use the resources, but no one tell the security. Okay, security is very important, right? We have to secure our privacy. Privacy is the myth. Chalo. I hope, guys, you had enjoyed the session. Let me have one poll, and let me have one poll about the today's session. I'll respect your time, and really I'm respecting your time and your patience. Sorry, I'm unable to create the polls. I don't know why. Sorry, I'm unable to create the poll. Let me have the feedback from you guys before wrap up in the session in next 1 minute. Let me have your feedback because we are done with the free demo for the day. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, please, if you want to subscribe, if you want to get into the part, okay, you just go to the Logic Labs. Okay, open the Logic Labs technology. Right, open this web page. Okay, view all the courses. You can view all the courses. And here inside the courses, where the display multiple courses, and here you can see, as my name is Sai, okay, Logic Lab Technology, which is we are going to deal with the AWS and the Devops, which is weekend only. We are going to deal only the Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 2 hours and Sundays 2 hours, right? So you can enroll here. If you click this, you can enroll here and you can start learning from me, right? You can see, like you can access, okay, you can access the self-paced recording classes okay, for the lifetime. Okay. And if you want to see the syllabus, what we're going to see, you can see the syllabus. And if you want to access the yesterday's recording class, you can have the yesterday's recording class as well, right? Okay. So, and if you want to scan the QR codes, QR codes is also available, right? QR codes is also available instantly. You can join the community. You can join the WhatsApp community. Okay. By registering here, you can join our WhatsApp community as well to get the more updates. You can follow us on the Telegram in the WhatsApp as well, right? For any queries, please approach the management to the support team. Right. So now, is there any doubts, any queries? Let me have your, yeah, Surya, like your feedback.
Feedback is good. Next week and also free only, no?
Yeah, study is also free.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, the students are free. The students, it is completely free of cost, like a free demo. Okay. Yes. From the next week, we're going to start the actual practicals on the AWS and the DevOps. Okay. If you like my learning, if you like my way of teaching, you may subscribe to my course. Okay. It is like 32 hours every week, 2 hours. As you've seen from the very scratch, we are dealing. very particularly. Okay, just not like a naam ke words. Okay, we are dealing in a proper practical way what the companies required. Okay, that is the thing, right? Yeah. So, like anyone want to talk anything before wrap up? Anyone want to say anything? And you were like you were experienced with me. Okay. Yeah, Manpreet.
Yeah, sir. So it was a nice session actually. Thank you for that. So actually, I wanted a few suggestions from you. So I am currently working as a mobile developer. So I build mobile apps like Android and iOS. But I'm more interested into going to DevOps. So is it good moving from this field to
Yes.
this field?
Yes, yes, exactly. Manpreet, see, if you are interested, no one going to stop, right? Ultimately,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's your interest matters. Okay, not only the DevOps, for anything. So if you are interested to learn, please take charge. And also DevOps is a good role, right? DevOps is a good role where most of the companies are moving, looking for the DevOps role. Okay. Yes, the market is also good for the DevOps. You can happily learn the things well, right? You can enjoy the things. Okay, you can enjoy learning. That is the best part I can assure you in the DevOps. Okay, even irrespective of your background, if you are an electrical engineer or if you are some other technology, you know some other technology, don't worry because we're going to, as you seen in the today's class, we're dealing from the very scratch, right?
Yeah.
Things to things. Yes, you can learn happily, no doubt, definitely. Yes. So that once you learn the DevOps, okay, once you learn the DevOps from me, you can show your experience as a DevOps only. What you say?
Okay.
Yes,
So
it will matter.
do you yeah, do you also going to provide like experience, not experience, training certificate something like which
That
I can
you can
show?
approach to the management. You can
Okay.
drop it query to the management. Yes. Right. So any other queries from anyone before wrap up? No. Okay. By the end of the day, I think in the next 2 hours, we're going to access this recording class also in the YouTube channel, in the Logic Labs Technology YouTube channel as well. Okay. Have a great day ahead. Okay. All the best to you all, guys. I think you're going to subscribe to this class. Okay. From the next week, we're going to resume our practicals as well. Okay. As per the course content. Thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for your patience for the last 2 days. Yes. All the best to you all. Thank you.